Hi, I'm Jim Kleinpeter, LSU beat writer for NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune. I'm with fellow beat writer Randy Rosetta. We're at LSU, and it's Alabama week, always a little bit different than any other week, even more so for the fans. But even the players will admit sometimes that this game is big. They're probably told not to say it's any bigger than any other, but we're so late in the season now. This is Alabama week, and they recognize the challenge because when they watch this team on film, they see a really great football team, well-coached, talented, big, fast, everything you could want, and they know it's Alabama week.
One thing, and I'll use a Les Miles word, one thing I've always enjoyed about Les is that he doesn't shy away from it. He spent earlier today talking about this is a big game, this is Alabama week. A lot of coaches will kind of downplay it and back away. He's never been one to, and I think the players feed off of that. They understand. And listen, whether you're an LSU fan or a college football fan or just a fan of drama, which this brings a lot of drama, this game, this is just a fun week because you know it's going to be competitive. The only time it wasn't was that one night in New Orleans that people have tried to put out of their memories. Every other game since I've been here for 10 years, there's been something different, something a little bit that makes it just fun to watch. It's two very good teams, two very well-coached teams, two talented teams. It's fun to see them get together because every year this game is like that. You know, Ole Miss and Mississippi State are in the sun right now. Auburn's had their run, but these two teams consistently have been good for a long time.
Yes, and we got an Alabama team this time. It's a little bit different. They don't have the game manager type quarterback in A.J. McCarron or John Parker Wilson. They've got a guy who can be electrifying at times. He can run. He can make a big play. He's made some big plays. And then they got probably the best receiver in the nation. Should be a top 5 draft pick next year in Amari Cooper. Quarterback Blake Sims is the one I was talking about, by the way. But Amari Cooper is the guy that it really sets Alabama apart from a lot of teams because you can just throw the ball out there and just it's somewhere in his vicinity, and he's probably going to get it, you know, like a really good rebounder in basketball. And you can play perfect position on him, and he's still going to beat you.
This Alabama team reminds me more of Nick Saban's first one in 2007, where they're much better offensively than I think they are defensively. And they've got talent on defense, and they do some things, but they're also susceptible to giving up plays and yards and points, as the one lost Ole Miss showed. But offensively, you mentioned Cooper, tight end O.J. Howard's just a beast coming across the middle. They've got the 2 NFL caliber running backs. This is a more offensive team, which you can credit Lane Kiffin a little bit for what he's brought, but also Nick Saban and his staff for recruiting great offensive players. This is what I think LSU would like to be maybe a year from now with the guys they have, if they can get Brandon Harris to be a little bit calmer, and they can get Anthony Jennings, even if it's a timeshare, they can get those guys to understand they can make plays in a variety of different ways.
Yes, that's the way it is. An LSU team that's improving on defense, gone to the running game against an Alabama team that looks a little bit different than usual. And stay with us on NOLA.com. Randy and I and Ron Higgins will be there all week, and we'll see you on NOLA.com.